Start to generate wealth, mean buy assets, give back. I would consider that personal finance, right? So have a strong why, get your personal finances in order. You can't build wealth if you're in debt, right? So get out of debt, right? Then after that, find like-minded people, right? Who on the same time you on, right?
Over 50% of Black Americans are unmarried, and only 2% of Black families in America have a net worth over $1 million.
We are on our journey to not only join that 2%, but grow that 2%.
Facts. I'm Devon Travell, creator of Black Wall Street, the board game, with my beautiful co-host.
I'm Sinclair, aka the Health Nerd. You can go to our website at them4show.com, our Instagram at them4show, and our YouTube channel at Melanated Married Millionaires in the Making.
And welcome to the M4 Show. So I don't know how many steps it's going to go through, but let's at least start step one, right?
Okay.
So a family is interested in building their own. They wouldn't use Greenwood Plaza because, you know, that's probably your own intellectual property. They may name it something else, but they want to start their own Black Wall Street center community. What would y'all suggest as step number one?
All right. First, after your why, be clear on your why. Be very clear on your why, because when it gets hard, that's going to keep you going. Right? Be clear on your why. After you clear on your why, you have to look at your personal finance, right? Get out of debt if you're in debt, right? Grow your credit score, right? Start to generate wealth, mean buy assets, give back. I would consider that personal finance, right? So have a strong why, get your personal finances in order. You can't build wealth if you're in debt, right? So get out of debt, right? Then after that, find like-minded people, right? Who on the same time you on, right? Who also have a strong why, who also have little to no personal debt, right? Who have a solid credit score, right? So I would say that's the next step. Then after that, you have to start looking for a property, right? And a property has to be well evaluated, right? So you'll need a team, and you don't necessarily have to pay these people out of pocket, but relationship is good currency, right? Who's a local realtor in your town that can help you analyze, a commercial realtor that can help you analyze a property to see what the upside potential is to it, to buy it right? Because if you buy it wrong, then you know it could be a nightmare. So to buy it right, the location of the property matters, right? Then outside of that, another question you have to ask yourself is, if I buy this property, are there enough entrepreneurs in the area to fill this space, right? So that's another question you have to ask yourself. So you got to look at the numbers, right? And in helping looking at the numbers, you're going to need a commercial realtor. You're going to need a banker, right? You're also going to need an attorney, right? Now, these are not people you have to pay just yet, right? Take them to lunch. Just share your vision, and they'll talk, right? An accountant, a CPA, somebody to have, so you can be taken seriously. So now, once you analyze the property, once you write your overview of the property, meaning here's where the property is, here's what I could do to it, and here's what it'll look like after I do what I'm going to do to it, right? So, and those are lot of mini steps up in that. That's just kind of the big snapshot, right? Because there's a thing called NOI, net operating income, which when you buy commercial real estate, determines the value of that commercial real estate. So for instance, if I'm buying real estate and it's grossing, I don't know, just say easy numbers, $10,000 a month. Well, I know if I rehab the property, improve the property, that's gonna get me some sort of equity. But then also, now that I improve the property, the rents are gonna go up a little bit. So now I just created my own value in that property. Now, if I can put together a financial statement and submit it to the bank, and that's gonna make the bank let their money go with me once I leave there. Because I gave you a financial document, I gave you a narrative, and it's sound because I had my CPA to check it, right? And I have my commercial realtor to check it. So now when I'm talking to the bank, I'm not just talking about a pipe dream, right? And so that's the financial phase of it, right? And so you're also going to need not only that relationship with the bank, but it's going to come back to being able to use that property that you're going to purchase as collateral, right? Because a bank going to want collateral. Okay, I'm going to use this property that I'm purchasing as collateral. All right, now the bank is going to need a down payment, right? And typically on commercial real estate, they want 20% down on the deal, right? Now, if that's a problem and I don't have 20% down, I could maybe raise the down payment. And how do I raise the down payment? I may have some family members, I may have some coworkers, I may have some like-minded people in the community looking for a way to invest because they want to do the same thing, but they don't have a down payment either. But we come together, the little bit you have, the little bit I have, the little bit she have, we put it together. Now we got a down payment, right? And there's a way you can do that where you can make them equity partners or you can make them debt partners. Here's the difference. A debt partner is somebody that when they put their money in, you pay them back plus interest, they're going about their business.
Look, we're gonna get right back into the amazing podcast. But if you didn't know, in 2017, we created Black Wall Street, the board game, because we thought more families needed to know about the history of Tulsa Black Wall Street. More families needed to know about the legacy of Black excellence left behind of Tulsa Black Wall Street, that we can own a Madam C.J. Walker Beauty Salon. We can have a Booker T. Washington High School. We can have an Uncle Steve's Barbecue. We can have a Renaissance man like Simon Berry, who had his own taxi service and bus service that got bought out by the city of Tulsa. We have brilliance in our DNA, and we wanted to make sure that your family can play a game that teaches them about this brilliance. So we have Black Wall Street, the board game, right here. We had the first edition available in 2017 that got sold out. We're on the second edition right now, or you can get the beautiful masterpiece version of the game as well. It's up to you. Head to playblackwallstreet.com and get yourself Black Wall Street, the board game, to empower you, your family, and generations to come. Playblackwallstreet.com. Let's get back to the episode.
An equity partner, they have perpetuity in the deal. So now after I pay them back, they still continue to get a percentage on the profits that I make because they're equity partners. But you have to talk that through. That's where your lawyer come in at, right? To help you determine, which is best. And you may have to do a mixture of both. Because Liz might want to she might want to be a debt partner. Tony might want to be an equity partner. I say, okay, well, we'll make a contract for you. We'll create an LLC.
There we go.
Because I'm going to create an LLC with my equity partner. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And with my debt partners, that's not necessary. I just need a promissory note. just like you would do with a bank. Everything is above board, right? And so, so when we take that professional approach, people feel secure, and when a person feels secure, they'll do business with you. Right? So that's kind of a big picture overview of it, right? And so that's how you can raise the money for down payment on the deal. But now watch this.
Talk to me.
Once you acquire that property, you put let's just say, for instance, let's say it's $1 million property. And now you got to bring 10% of $1 million? That's 100,000. And then so 20% is $200,000, right? So let's say you bring $200,000 to the table. You got debt partners, you got equity partners, and you bring $200,000 to the table. Like, boom, here you go, Mr. Banker, right? So now you got that, and then you rehab the property, right? And because you rehab the property, you got tenants that's ready to pay, market value for the property. So now you just took a property that was worth $1 million, right? So now it's worth like $2-3 million. So you put, just like that. So you put $200,000 down on $1 million property. Now it's worth $3 million. So count that up. You got $2 million in equity. Equity is real money. You just created $2 million out of thin air. Out of thin air. Now you can do whatever you want. You can refinance that and pull that $2 million down. Well, 80% of the $2 million you can pull down, right? Or you can just let it sit. Or you can leverage it to go buy another property while you have that one, and just keep leveraging it. And once you draw down and refi that money, you get the money that you borrowed from your debt partners, pay them back. You pay that back with the equity, like you said. Boom, boom, boom. Here you go. Now doing business with you.
Yeah.
And now you gonna have you get a name where people gonna try to bring you their money. I have people now that they just wanna write me a check. I'm like, no, I don't need your money right now. Hold tight.
Not now.
Right.
Not later. We'll have another vision for you.
So that's kind of like, that's just like just a simplified way to how you can get started. And then people can reach out to me. I'll share a little bit I know, and maybe I can hook you up with somebody else who I got a piece of information from. Right? It's for the sharing. Because if I can help enough people get what they want, eventually I get what I want.
Thank you for supporting the M4 show and our mission to increase the wealth of Black families.
If you received any value from this episode, any value at all, any, do us a favor and give us a like and subscribe on YouTube and Apple, Spotify, anything, all of them, all of them, wherever you're listening, go ahead and like and subscribe.
And after you like and subscribe, make sure you send this episode to at least one family that you really want to see win. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace.